The Progressive Era was a time of great success for some women, but not all. Women were given the right to vote and had a political voice, but the only voices heard were the white upper-class, non-working women. Women of color were left out of the equation, continuing their history of oppression. The women's suffrage movement was a movement dedicated to earning the right to vote for women in America. In 1848, the first Women's Rights Convention was held in New York. Only white women were invited. In 1920, the 19th Amendment was passed, giving women the right to vote, but a law is only as strong as its enforcement. While voting discrimination was prohibited on the basis of gender, loopholes in the system allowed for voting obstacles, including poll taxes and literacy tests, intimidation tactics, the denial of citizenship because of ancestry or immigrant status, and other racist strategies. These tactics were used by white Americans to prevent Black, Indigenous, and people of color from voting. While people of color were left behind by the 19th Amendment, the movements for universal suffrage and equal rights continued. Injustices persist today because white supremacist institutions continue to allow racism and discrimination to prevail. Women of color today are largely underrepresented in the national debate on key issues including reproductive health care, women's rights, and the economy, even though these issues have a direct impact on them, their families, and their communities. Of the 535 members of Congress, only 149 are women, and out of those women, only 49 are women of color.